Hi, friends. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a little video about um, how drivers can be safer for pedestrians. So yesterday, I was riding my bike on the sidewalk because I live in a location that is there's not a whole lot of people, pedestrians. I'll see maybe a pedestrian on the sidewalk maybe once or twice a month. And I'm in South Dakota, and so just for those of you who are offended, I'm riding on the sidewalk. There's not a whole lot of traffic. I don't even see that many bicyclists. I might see a bicyclist maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a week. And so, anyways, what I've noticed being in the Plains area, in the Northwest, Montana, and South Dakota, even when I was in Oregon as well, is drivers consider that they always have the right of way for the most part. There are some drivers who actually let pedestrians cross the street. And thank you, people, that when it's the pedestrian's light, that you allow a pedestrian to cross the street. When a pedestrian is walking on the sidewalk, and you actually you avoid threatening the pedestrian with your vehicle. Thank you for that. Um, but this is a kind of a public notice for, a public educational awareness thing for drivers that don't realize that when a pedestrian is walking on the sidewalk, the pedestrian has the right of way. And so drivers who are driving off of a driveway, I recently had a conversation with a friend who was complaining about a bicyclist on the sidewalk, um, uh, continuing over the driveway. Now, I think even if we look at pedestrians have the right of way, and I would say that a bicyclist is a pedestrian on the sidewalk. That's just my belief, my understanding, and of course there are some displaced drivers that ride a bicycle almost as fast as they would if they had a car. But I'm just talking about low key bicyclists that are just on the sidewalk. And so yesterday I was riding my bicycle, and the thing is, in these locations, there's a lot of obstacles. So there's sidewalks that are not ADA, Americans with Disability Act compliant. There's a lot of uneven ground. It can go like 5 inches, 7 inches, and it's very erratic sidewalks. There's a lot of obstacles, strange curves, and homeless people asking for change, or maintenance people working on the sidewalk. So whether you're walking or riding your bike, you can have a very limited, 5 inches of surface area to go. And then there's these drivers that are ignoring what's going on the driveway, on the sidewalk, and they're just turning like a crazy maniac, because it's all bullying. Like that's what driving is who's the bigger bully. And so, anyways, so this lady, she does her turn on the driveway, so she's proceeding forward. She hasn't stopped, and as I'm trying to go, and so I'm like, if you're going to go, I mean, I'm yelling at this lady. If you're going to go, go, because if she's just slowly, like, I don't know how but, and I see this a lot, with drivers, is they will slowly creep and obstruct my ability to proceed. And so I'm slowing down because I'm like, okay, you're rolling forward, you're going to hit me if I proceed. And then they're looking at me like they're waiting for me to stop, and I don't know if drivers have become dumbed down now. If I mean, if you look at injuries of pedestrians and bicyclists, they are fairly high, and I doubt that statistically they're even completely accurate because cities don't want to acknowledge the danger of pedestrians and bicyclists. That was my experience when I was living in Montana. And I think you can tell how good and safe a city is when you see disabled people using public transit, when you see disabled people, like visibly disabled people, using the sidewalk, and when you see elderly people using public transit and um, walking around. And right now I'm in Rapid City. It is the least um, friendly place in terms of that. And of course, I'm sure that the lockdowns have been definitely an issue, but I think just the car culture here, and there's probably other elements of why it's just not the most pedestrian friendly place. And if you look at a lot of the sidewalks here, there's not even a lot of disabled access. There's just the high curbs without the little wheelchair path thing. Um, but yeah, it's just an interesting thing that a lot of drivers, for some reason, they slow down, but they keep moving forward as I'm trying, as I'm going to go. And maybe if somebody could explain to me, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, even though it's my right of way, am I supposed to stop, and so then they'll speed up? Because what's also kind of frustrating is they're going slow, so then I have to stop basically in the middle of something. If and if they want to just, if they're just taking over, why don't they just continue at normal speed? Like, why are they slowing down? Which means then I have to slow down and stop my bike and get like wobbly off, lose my balance. Like, why are people slowing down but not stopping? Which makes me have to slow down, rather than the driver wants to do what they want to do. They want to go forward. So why don't they go as fast as they would if there's nobody there? Why are people slowing down just because I'm there, which then makes it harder for me? Like, is it that they're trying to allay some sort of weird guilt? Are they thinking that if they slow down and make me slow down, and so we're spending some time together? Is this some sort of success for these drivers? So, anyways, that is my question. So, if you guys have any thoughts of why drivers tend to slow down and obstruct my going forward on a bike, like maybe if you can explain why that happens, that would be great. So, thanks so much for listening, and God bless.